So I'm going through monster withdrawals, so I want to make a quick video. Well, we'll try to do quick, but I don't even know what we're going to do here, but these are the monsters I have currently in my possession. Some are mine, some are not mine, some are, well, most are going to be for sale that are mine. So here's like a SRP 309. This has the Roman numerals in it. And I did a video on this one before, so you guys should all know that red square is for the Sunday. But let's see if you can get one click out. So there's the Roman numerals on it. So there's that guy. I threw it on a mesh. Here's the SRP 455, that limited edition blue. Just a great looking one. And I am currently like selling off a bunch of my watches. I don't know if I can bring myself to sell this one. They only made 1,000 of these. This one's going to just continue to go up in value. So I think I'm going to try to just hold on to this one for a while. And then I have my always keeper, my SRP 309, and this is a K1. So I will always keep this one. This is my everyday wear watch. This one's Bruce's. This is a SBDC 025, and then this is my what is it, a SZCS 003 or something like that. This supposedly is the limited edition one too, so you can see the blue and the black. Those are both 3rd gen with the 6R15 movement. This is my son's SRP 313 movement inside a black case. It's actually inside one of these cases, which this is my buddy's Mitch SRP 583. This is the case and bracelet that I put the 313 inside of to create that one. And then I do have a SRP 313 standard case coming from Riley that I bought. I think I might even be getting that tomorrow. I can't remember. But I was just going through withdrawals on the monsters, so I figured I'd make a quick vid and just show you guys. These are the guys that I have in front of me currently. And then, you know, let's just roll in some other ones too, because this is Bruce's Turtle Padi edition with the strap code Super Jubilee, which is a really nice bracelet, and it has the engraving on it that he did. I think a family relative of his did that engraving on that, etching on there. It looks great. So I think I'll probably do a quick review on this guy too. I know there's a ton of reviews already on the Padi Turtle, but I think it'd be nice to maybe review it and show it with the Padi Sumo that I'm wearing right now and do a little comparison on that. You know, and then I have my SKX 007 still, and I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this one or not. They're really not worth a ton of money, so I might just hold on to it because it is kind of nice to have for comparing to other models, you know, with that cushion case and the Padi. So I say I'm doing the sell-off and everything, but sometimes it's hard to let some of these go. You know, the Roman numeral orange one, I'm definitely going to sell. I'm not going to give it away though, because I'm you know, I paid $310 for it, and I would like to get my money back out of it. So if I can't get that, I mean, they're going for more on eBay, so if I can't get that, then I won't let it go. I'll hold on to it. You know, that's not a lot of money. Same thing with this one. I'll probably end up selling this one, but I believe I paid like $530 for this one, and it'll be the same thing. If I can't make some money on it, then I'll just hold on to it because it's going to go up in value. It's supposedly a limited edition, and they're going to get harder and harder to find. I still can't confirm if they're going to continue making the 3rd gen. I do know, I talked to Bruce a little bit, I do know that he's going to put this guy on the chopping block soon, and I'm sure his price will be, you know, competitive to what they're going for. So if you're going to be looking for a 3rd gen, this would be a definitely good option to go with. It has a little bit of marking there, but other than that, this thing is like new condition. The bracelet's still in really good shape and everything. So Bruce will probably put that up for sale too. And Bruce is probably a bigger flipper than I am. I think they just did a vote poll on the IWA, and he won the poll on that one. So I would not be shocked to see this Padi Turtle go for sale. You know, the issue I have with the turtle, nobody really talks about, even with the stock bracelet, see how it moves a little bit right there? I can't seem to visually like any bracelet paired with the turtle. You know what, maybe I'm just going to run this video long. Let's just talk about all this stuff right now. We'll just call this an epic Seiko dive video, okay? So like when you look at the sumo, you know, and everyone, you know, you talk about the larger case with the 20 mil lugs, but look at how the bracelet matches up. I think the bracelet matches up good, and then Strapcoat has some that even match up even maybe a little bit tighter or better, but this one's tight in there and it matches up really good. And if you look at the turtle and the way it matches up, it just aesthetically, it just seems, it always seems out of place to me with the way the case shape is and the way it flows in. All the bracelet, the end links, they always have some sort of pattern on them, and it doesn't ever seem to like aesthetically match the case to me for some reason. And then on wrist, for some reason the Padi turtle, I seem to like it a little bit more on wrist, and maybe it's the Strapcoat bracelet that I like. So I mean, it feels great on wrist, but just something aesthetically about it just I don't connect with. And I think it's just the difference in the way that bracelet mates up to the case. And I have not seen a single bracelet that just does it for me. I don't know if there will be a solution for that. You know, with the monsters, you don't really have that problem because basically you go with any straight across and it's just the case design is like, you know, just fine for anything coming to it because you don't have to worry about matching up the case exactly. That's just the way it's designed and that's the way it looks. You know, here's a inexpensive bracelet. It just comes straight in and it looks fine. So, you know, when you get into, what else do I have? So here's an SKX, and now with the SKX case design, this is just one I had laying around. I'm not a big fan of the straight end links going across, but there is a ton of bracelets that made up, and I think they look like they belong there, including the Jubilee. I've had one with a Jubilee bracelet. It just mates up better, and it looks like it belongs there, whereas I don't get that feeling on the turtle ever. So, and you guys, I mean, you guys know, you've seen pictures and videos of SKX with the fitted bracelet end links. I think it's just because the way the turtle bellows out and wraps around, and the way the brushing is, if it's like it's kind of comes around like radial style, that, you know, it would have to match in. So this end link on this first link on the bracelet, I think would have to match the brushing on the bracelet, so it almost looked like it was continuing of the case, and then I think I would like it. I think it would look right. And then I think that because of where the pin is and everything, they almost have to have that little bit of play in it. Otherwise, I don't know if you'd be able to get them in and out, because I've heard people say it is difficult to get those in there and fitted properly. Just another reason why I really like the monsters. And then I will say, and I've done some soul searching on this too, because this is the monster that I have like fully broken in and it feels perfect. So when you wear like this, you can hear the chattering and stuff. It makes noise, and mine does too, but the links, you can tell like the movement on them, that the pins are all getting worn in. Even where the long fold over clasp comes in, you can see on the bracelet there's markings there, so it's wearing in, and the bracelet just feels super smooth on the wrist. So everything's just kind of like getting broken in. And I know it's all stainless steel, so it takes a while for this to happen, but it does actually happen. The more you wear them, they'll actually break in, and you'll get rid of some of the maybe hot spots. There's not really any hot spots on it per se, but every time I put on a new one, it does not feel as comfortable as the one that I have broken in. So, and I know that may seem strange, maybe people don't understand that, but even like this bracelet, it looks cool, but this bracelet on wrist, just does not feel right to me. I'd almost rather take my bracelet that I have already broken in, like an old pair of shoes or something, and swap it onto the other monster cases. And that would probably feel better. And then the black ones, the coated ones, they almost have like a, and maybe it's an illusion, but I've had some hair pulling with the black ones. They almost feel, the coating that they use almost feels like a little bit grippy. So, and I'm sure that'll break in over time too. But I've had a couple hair pulls with the black one, and I've never had it on the standard stainless steel. So I don't know, that was kind of weird. Maybe it's just however they do their coating, it's just a little more grippy and it grabs the hair. So, and then this, the other thing is, like my old original one, the bezel, I have to actually put effort into this. And I've taken it apart and cleaned it. So it's not like it's gunked up. It's just a really tight feeling bezel. So like that one, and there's, you know, a little bit of play in it. They all have that. But even on this one, you hear the difference? And this is easier to turn, and it's kind of clunkier feeling. It doesn't feel as nice as mine. Let's go to the third gens. This one feels very similar to mine. It's nice and tight feeling. So there's inconsistency in it. Actually, Bruce's is maybe, it feels a lot like mine, but maybe a little bit looser, notchier, but it's really close to it. Let's look at yeah, this one feels nice and tight. The SRP 455, that one feels nice and tight. Let's take a look at my buddy Mitch's new black one. This one is a lot looser. This one feels like my other orange one. And I've even had some of these where they've gotten moved. I'll show you this one. Check this one out. Now this one, if you remember my old story, my son, this came off his wrist on a downward motion with his arm when he was playing basketball, and just crazy hard impacted the pavement. Like, I have no idea how this thing even still works. It runs slow. It needs some work, but listen to this bezel. This, for some reason, went, and I took it apart, and I don't understand. I don't see an issue with it, but it went to, it's not like a 60 click anymore. It's like, or a 120. It's like a 60. See the clicks? It's nasty sounding. So I don't know if it like bent the case or something, but it's pretty hardcore wrecked. So, and the timekeeping's off on it. But this thing took a crazy abusive hit on the ground. I mean, it was like if you put it in your hand and just threw it as hard as you could at the pavement. That's basically what happened to it. And so it still kind of works. So I'm pretty excited about that. This 007, this bezel feels pretty good. It's actually tight. It's kind of hard to turn. That's nice and tight. I mean, you want to be able to turn it with gloves on and underwater and everything. So maybe that one's a little too tight. Let's take a look at the turtle. This one is easy to turn. A lot of play in it. It sounds good. But you want them so they're tight enough. I mean, I'm not a diver, but I've done enough research on it to know that you want it so it's easy to turn, but you don't want it to like move on you so when it gets bumped. And I've never had this one move. I do use it for timing on my job. I've never had it move. Now, where I wore, like back when I had one of these, when I wore it, I'd wear it all day long, and I'd come home and it would be like there. And I don't remember bumping it on anything, so it just caught on clothing or something like that. So these are easy to move, you know. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, there's a quick vid on, well, long vid on, because I wanted to talk about monsters, because I like monsters. There you go.